Everyone, so we're going to be doing quests in Blackwood. Last time I came here was on the DLC, so I haven't been back in a while.
I don't know where I'll go, but I can't stay here. Bandits destroyed my home, cut down my family, and took everything I had. How can they do this? If they were Imperial rats, I'd understand. But fellow Argonians... there's not much left, I'm afraid.
A little shit. That's for sure.
A warlord named Nazosa moved his people into the nearby ruins. They come every so often and demand our food and supplies. Then they beat us when there's nothing to hand over. So, we call them the Winds. The bandits killed one, and the others refuse to leave their isolation and help us. Perhaps you could convince them? You're the first bit of hope I've seen in a long while. I don't know if it'll work, but talking to the Winds can't hurt. Go see Nuzul, near the center of the village. I must. I know it's shameful to abandon your tribe, but staying means too much pain. I see visions of my mate everywhere. Not real ones, just memories.
Right. See? I wasn't expecting them, that's for sure. What the? Where are they coming from?
A stranger wandering through stone wastes. Have the scavengers arrived to pick the bones of our village? If that's why you came, well, there's not much left. We are already squeezed dry. Yes. She told me about her plans to leave us. Can't say I blame her. When that total Zilnek of a warlord Nazosa moved his people into our ruins, shadows crept upon us. At one time, we had protectors to keep us safe. But those are them. The legendary Four Winds. They defended our village until one day they had some big argument. After that, they disbanded. 3 moved to the outskirts of the village and 1 stayed. She died during a raid by Nazosa's people. Oh, good, good. Slivers of bright sun might poke through this storm with your help. Let's start with Elosi, the sudden gust. She lives on the outskirts of town in a hut to the northwest. I should join you so that she doesn't kill you on sight. Of course. Makes sense you would want to know more. The Four Winds have always wandered this region, defending villages from bandits and such. Ever since our ancestors erected the first hut, 4 warriors with unique skills have roamed the marsh. No. When the wind dies, the title passes to another of their choosing. There is a big celebration with drinks and... Well, I already mentioned Elosi, the sudden gust. She glides upon her prey better than the quietest hackling. Then there is Mirta, the Zephyr Eternal, a practitioner of old Argonian magics. Not very sociable, so do not let him get to you. Otumira, the unrelenting Gale, stronger than an ox and tougher than a Hajmota. Fun at parties, too. A much nimbler dancer than you would expect. Then there was Satulsa, the steady breath. The only one to stay here and protect us. But no more.
Right.
Those bandits first. I'll follow right along.
Alright. Alright.
It doesn't look like she's home. Let's see if we can figure out where she went.
Up to you.
Nowhere to be seen. But all her belongings look like she was just here. You know, a less confident Argonian might start to take this personally. Not off the top of my head, but she can't be too far. It looks like she was just preparing a meal here, so perhaps she went looking for
Alright.
herbs.
Oh.
Ah, Elosi, we weren't doing anything.
You bring a stranger into my home, Noozle?
Oh, there she is.
An outsider entering my home unbidden seeks death. You only live because the annoying blacksmith who joins you is familiar to me. But this pause is a temporary state. Speak then. Distressing news. It seems my great fear has come to pass. Where then is Satul Sa? She would never leave the villages undefended. Even once we decided our time was at an end, she insisted on staying. Dead? Satul Sa? She was the smartest and wisest of us all. This is impossible. And yet, since Noozle brought you, it must be true. The consequences of my selfish choice meant the death of my dear friend. Such a bitter lesson. You shall have my aid, if you perform a simple task. When I retired, I buried my blades deep in the ground. Go north to the ruins, retrieve them for me so that I may avenge Satul Sa. Be warned, as I made certain they are well protected. My daggers represented a life I thought I left behind.
Okay.
And we're off. Don't worry about me. I can...
I wasn't worrying. What the?
Inviting. Let's be careful.
Oh. Okay, that's shooting. Oh.
Well, a cache of daggers in the ruins. They must be Elosi's.
So, you have
Oh.
skills. Even if you did let me sneak up on you. Let's speak.
No.
Your test is complete, and with barely a scale out of place. Impressive. Do you like my blades? The hilt is Kakuti bone, and Mirta himself enchanted them. Back when I could tolerate the withered toad. Of course I will. I was always going to. But I needed to see if you could fight by my side. Also, I wanted to finish my meal. I will meet you in the village center, unless you need something more from me. I see. You wish to bring us all back together. Well, a promise was made, and I will keep it. Go southeast to find the dingy hovel where Mirta resides. Look beneath the dirt and rock, and you'll find him. Just don't tell him I sent you.
Alright.
look near there and see if we
All
can
right.
find any clues.
Where?
These runes, like nothing I've seen. Do these runes have the same derivation? Maybe if I replace... Wait. What? Who are you? Why are you interrupting me? Leave here immediately! Oh, you brought that dusty blacksmith from the village? You must need something. That sounds like a whole bunch of not my business. Can't you see I am busy with my studies here? I don't have time to involve myself in the toils of others. Satul Sa brought this on herself. Had she any sense of reason, she'd be alive. Was I not clear? Have Nixad stolen my tongue? I said,
Oh, you're not a
be
nice
gone.
one.
Whatever their troubles are, I'm sure it looks much worse to you than it really is. My work, however, could change history. Go! Ka ka ka! You're seeking help from that drunken lout? You'd be better off on your own than with him. But if it gets you out of my scales, you can find him on the southwest edge of the forest near the cliffside. I trust you'll be disappointed.
So far, only half successful. Let's go find
Yep.
Otumira's hut. This is his hut. I'll go ahead and see if I can find him.
And I'll go ahead. Damn. Oh, so. Damn.
You've got a talent for finding those.
Don't eat the plate too. Just one more. No knives. Have you shouted? Satulsa. No mud puddles for you, sir.
No response. I suppose Mirta was right. This is the worst I have ever seen Otumira get. Maybe this is what happens when the life of the party no longer has something to celebrate. Lettuce. A briar that grows out this way might help. The seed is inedible and it smells awful, especially to Argonians. If we get a couple of those, the smell will overwhelm him and wake him up. If anything is going to work, that will. I seem to remember a field of waking seeds grows to the east of here. Gather a handful, then come back. I will keep an eye on this hero of legends in the meantime. I should warn you.
Yeah, I got. Please.
We're dangerous, huh?
Yeah, no.
You're back. There's, no change here. Chaos! I can already smell them on you. I do not even need to ask. Put them right up to Otumi Roz. Well, the only plan...
That is awful. Oh, what? Who are you? Oh, what horrific stench of dead mules and fried dung have you thrust upon me? All I wish is a gentle slumber under the open skies and upon the mud. Does not a retired fighter for peace deserve such rest? Speak, brigand! No, my greatest friend, and I hoped one day my mate, if she would ever agree. Dead? How can I bear such enormous tragedy as this? Lay the facts onto the stone, stranger. Who has earned my unyielding, roiling anger? A battle against murderers and thieves. These are the types of trials I live for, or at least I used to. I imagine you and the blacksmith wish to join my struggle for freedom and revenge. Join me. I must celebrate, my friend, and test your mettle. Join me inside. We'll see what you're made of.
Okay.
Did you really defeat the Daedra Balrith blindfolded?
All right, my newest friend. By joining me, you choose to engage in the challenge of my choice. Only through completing this test of your endurance and stamina shall I know your worth as a warrior. Oh, yes. I can sense that raging fire in your stout heart. I suspect you have slain many a foe in your travels. But if we are to go into battle together, I must put a fire in your belly as well. And so, we're going to... What else? Show me that you hold the same strong will that makes for the greatest of warriors. Oh, chum, we shall see if you can withstand the greatest of Argonian ales and wines. The drinks are in front of me. You may choose what we drink. Be warned, mixing Argonian spirits can fell the stoutest outsider. If you do not believe yourself up to the task, you may leave now. I will now choose a drink and get started.
All right, I'll give this a try. For the village.
Do not attempt tricking me. You must drink them all.
I don't feel so good.
Ah, good start. But let's see how you do with even more.
Okay. Got that one.
Myself.
Bitter, isn't it? I make that myself, from whatever I find around the hut. Ha! Oh, I thought you'd fall to the ground like good noozle after that one. The final one, and still you stand. A will made of true iron you must have. Come. Impressive. Such strength, such power, such a stomach. I did not know they made outsiders who could stand against the might of Argonian ale. Would you like to continue? Not as part of the test, just for a wonderful time. Of course, I was always going to. This test was just to see if I would allow you to join me, or cut you down for waking me up. But you passed. Let us link arms and bring the fight to those who slew my dear Satulsa. 2 of the 3? Let me guess. Mirta refused. Do not be fooled. He has a good soul, but his mood is as legendary as my strength. Here, take my banner and place it on the cliff above my hut. He won't be able to stand knowing I'm going into a fight that he isn't. He'll be there.
Alright.
Have no fear for the blacksmith. Some waking seeds shall fix him up.
Ooh, got to be something good in there.
Whoop, wrong way.
Oh, good. I didn't want to walk.
Ah, you arrive. And you managed to rouse Otumi, Ra. An impressive act, especially for an outsider such as yourself. I feel grateful for your efforts in bringing us back together. Now, however, we shall see how you fare in a fight. Of course I am. How silly to even ask. The winds of Stone Wastes have stood up to much worse than a flimsy army and a paper mudcrab such as this warlord Nazosa. This will be... That is true. Perhaps you are right that I should not underestimate the danger that might be present behind those walls. But by the same token, he should not have killed one of our own. If he sought to frighten the winds, he failed.
Right.
Still standing, chum? Legs aren't wobbling from fear or drink? No, I don't suppose I need worry about that for someone with your epic fortitude. Voss, do you see? The villagers join us. Our arrival gives them hope. This is your work. Ho ho, more than enough. These people feel a deep fire in their bellies, but someone needed to fan it until the flames shoot out their mouths. We have done this very thing. And with the addition of 3 winds of stone wastes, we are on... You're right, he isn't here with us, but make no mistake. I spent many turns of the season at his side. He's brash and filled with bees, but you'll find few with stronger character. He'll be here, if he isn't lurking around already.
Alright.
It is good to see you. At least I think that is you. I could be having ale visions again. Anyway, you have done it. The winds have reunited, ready for battle. Well, as Otumi Ra carried me back to the village, we started discussing you, and how strong, courageous, and wise you are. And attractive, too. Did I mention that? We hoped you might join their assault on the ruins, help drive out Nazosa and his dry-scaled thugs. There needs to be a 4th wind. That's what the legend tells us. If you join them with this, they cannot fail. helpless. I will pay you more. Lead the charge when you are ready, outsider. The winds will be at your back.
Once again, I fight by your side, O Tamriel. My scales have itched for this moment.
Let your blades sing their horrible song, Elosi. I delight in the tune.
Yep.
We're dangerous, huh?
We are under attack! Those dumb villagers think they can take us!
Ah, my friend! Up here! I have need of you. Oh, I can feel the power surging in me once again. Such a battle! Do you think you can help me with this thing? In my youth, I could topple 3 such pillars with a swift kick. But all things age, even me. Why does anyone want to push anything over? To smash stuff, of course. You outsiders ask such ridiculous questions. I want the catapults below in splinters. So, A crushing like none other. Now hurry, seek out Nazosa.
Alright.
Psst, outsider, over here, quickly. Look, up above us. Prisoners from the village kept for sick entertainment. How many of them are thought dead, never to return home? You see those pulleys up there? They control the cell doors. I can cut them, but someone needs to open the grate in front of them. Under the southwest tree, you'll find a crank. Turning it will open the grate. Then, I can free them. Huh. Don't worry. Once you turn the crank, I
Alright.
touch the other, and the cell should unlock.
Want to die?
We're free. I never thought to see the day. Thank you.
Wait,
Continue the fight. Remove these pests from our home.
Set it aflame!
let's go. What the?
I've been waiting to try this spell out. Bet they weren't expecting that.
Whoa.
Finally you show. Boss, I have need of you. Perhaps you are surprised to see me here ahead of you? Mirta has many secret abilities that baffle the unlearned. But you reached this far on your own, so I am impressed. I would ask your assistance in my attempts to clean out our guests. Oh, please. You knew I would show the moment you placed that banner. Did you really think I'd let Tamriel revel in all the glory by himself? Rubbish. He knows that he's useless without me here. I think I know how Nazosa killed Satul Sa. Do you see these weapons? Some mammal liquor enchanted them. With these, a handful of lymph fins could fell the strongest of warriors. This is how they killed Satul-Sa, and mean to kill the other winds. We destroy them, of course, but I need the binding word for the enchantment. Look for a scroll that was recently manhandled by brutes.
Oh.
You were amazing.
Right. Oh.
I should have come down here more often when I lived in the village. These tomes are out of date, certainly, but an interesting history. Well, astute. There is hope for you yet. I'll make sure these weapons trouble us no more. Now we can land the final blow, and the warlord won't have a counter. Remove his symbol of authority. Walk into his chambers and pull down his banners. That way, his troops will know he is broken. If they don't outright turn on themselves, they'll likely steal what they can and flee. Hired hands are fickle.
Alright.
Now then, let me see what I can do with these.
Oh.
We took everything else. Time to take your lives.
Your magic is low. Careful.
Oh. You're low.
Need something?
The banner burns! Warlord Nazosa has fallen! Scatter! Everyone for themselves! Grab what you can.
Watch me go!
Oh.
They did it! The bandits flee!
The village belongs to us again.
Here you stand, the stranger who drifted through the mud to save us. And to think, I assumed you were a crow come to pick our bones. We can live in peace once again. Who can ever guess the wind's direction? But I choose to believe so. I do not think after we
Alright, let's go there.
they have a kind of rhythm to them, and it's just a matter of learning the steps.
Okay. Alright, in here.
Right. So if that's north, that means... Wait, that's not right. Oh, more was mercy. A little... Are you from around here? Sorry, I'm not familiar with Gideon and... Wait. Are you here because of my flyers? Thank Ruptka. Call me Yasara. I'm here on a thrilling, inspirational journey. And I could really use a sturdy companion. I'm an author. Aspiring, really. I've penned a few romance novels, but they all lack, what's the word? Authenticity, yes. So, I resolved to get out into the world and find my muse. Now, here's the exciting part. I found it in Castle Giaves. Yes, well, not exactly. A tragic affair played out there years ago, and love-struck spirits still haunt the castle. I acquired a magic lantern that allows me to speak to the ghosts. But you know, ghosts. I need you to ward off the angrier spirits. Thank you for agreeing to accompany me. With your help, my next romance novel will be a masterpiece. Here, take the lantern. Now, fair warning. I've never actually used it, but I heard a ghostly woman wanders the city gardens. We can test it there. Well, I can tell you it's alien in origin. It's, you know, it's quite lovely, and it lets you talk to ghosts. Oh, that's easy. You just sort of jiggle it, or something. Look, I'm an impulse buyer, but I'm certain it will work. The orc I bought it from is a very reputable dealer. The ghost won't be able to resist its glow. You'll see. Yes. Well, I fancy myself one at any rate. My novels receive mixed reviews. But romance is a tough genre, you know? All those stuffy critics want is highbrow, elf in a parlor broods over losing his father's fortune type stuff. What a snooze. Because I'm a romantic, you silly. I mean, sure, I've never been in a really serious relationship, but let's be honest. Tales of people settling into stable marriages and living happy, fulfilling lives don't sell. People want passion, danger. Oh,
okay, let's do it.
You made it! Alright, this is the place where people see the spirit. Go on and try out the lantern. So, here we are. The city gardens. Now, I guess it's time to rouse the spirits, eh? I'm ready. Are you ready? If you're not, we can wait a while. In fact, maybe we should come back tomorrow. Start fresh, you know? Nervous? Just look at me. I'm steady as a leaf. Steady as a rock, I mean. Even so, I prefer that you be the one to use the lantern. It's these damn Red Guard taboos. Undead spirits and creatures really put us off our appetite. Yes, absolutely. No one ever said writing the world's greatest romance novel would be easy. Goosebumps or no, I'm going to unravel this tale and put it to good use. Perhaps they're near that overturned slab?
Oh.
Who intrudes upon my grief? Giaves is lost. My son is lost. Oh, you can see me? curse, little. The miseries of Castle Geoves bind me here. Bind all of us here. We are cursed. Our gardens wither. Our once great walls crumble. And my gentle son feels nothing but heartache. I am Duchess Estella of Castle Geoves. As for the curse, it is the work of a vile trollop named Alizinda. Arcane scorn her soul. My darling boy, Mathen was infatuated with her. And how did she repay his affection? By murdering him in cold blood. I cannot bear to speak of it anymore. My poor Mathen. I sense his presence sometimes. He's bound to the place where he died. An old cottage northeast of Geoves. Place where he and Alizinda twisted. Help him. Help my son. Succeed where his mother failed.
It worked! I told you it would work! Tall Papa's breeches, what a tale! A ghostly duchess, lusty young nobles, betrayal and murder. This story's got it all. Whew. Is it getting hot out here or is it just me? Yes, tied to a cottage nearby. I can almost picture it. Rustic, secluded, tousled quilts, embers smoldering on the hearth. Gives me the prickles. Almost makes you forget someone likely died there. Something she said does trouble me a bit. The Duchess said the lover's name was Alizinda. That was my great-great-grandmother's name. A coincidence, can it? She lived in Gideon for a time before moving back to Alakir. Do you think my ancestor murdered Mathen?
Well, that's disturbing. You need to go. Oh.
I treat mine.
Thank you. Wow, there's... Okay.
This is the cottage the Duchess mentioned, I think. Not all that romantic, is it? Let's look around.
Right, let me read. Huh?
Nothing but creaky floorboards and old weeds for me. I knew I should have brought my spectacles. What did you find? May I? Her anguish just jumps off the page, doesn't it? So, Mathen intended to marry someone else and Alizinda killed him in a fit of passion. Can you imagine loving someone so deeply that you end up murdering them? Gods, that's romantic. Sort of. It's a ring of Mara, The sort of ring used in a pledge of marriage. Mathen might have intended to give it to this mysterious fiancé, or... I'll hang on to the ring. Let's use the lantern. Maybe Mathen can shed some light on this.
Who's there? Alicinda, my love. Is it you?
So this is Mathen? Gracious. Grandmother Alicinda clearly knew how to pick them.
This light. It offers some respite from my sorrows. You have my thanks. I am Mathen Gallinus, heir to the Duchy of Gioves. What brings you to this place? Curse? Is heartache not curse enough? My great love, Alicinda, poisoned me on the very night I meant to propose to her. Someone deceived her. Told her I meant to marry another. She killed me, yes. But it was an act of jealous grief, not witchcraft. I do not know. I've learned that certain objects hold a grip on the soul. Things we treasured in life. In my darkest moments, I sometimes feel drawn to the chapel where they laid my body to rest. I see harsh light glinting off my golden armor. Maybe these long, gray years make it difficult to think. Seek out the chapel. You will find it to the west, amidst the ruins of the castle. If my armor keeps me in this sorry state, I beg you to find it. Without love, there is nothing for me here. My lady, forgive my impertinence, but you are the very image of my lost love, Alicinda. How could this be?
Oh my goodness. I believe I'm her descendant, brave Sir Duke, Baron, whatever. My name's Ysara, by the way. What were we talking about again?
You share her spirit, Lady Ysara. At last, fate grants me a kindness.
We must help him. That poor soul. Sweet Mora's left tit! What was that all about? Sorry for the language, but... whew, right? Have you ever met a ghost that gorgeous? Gods, I'm sweating right through this blouse. We should head to the Gioves Chapel and look for Mathen. Not yet. I've heard some nasty rumors about howling ghosts that wander the castle grounds, attacking anyone who draws near. So, we have that? Well, the lantern draws in... I don't think so. I'll catch up to you at the
all right.
All right? I need to jot down some notes.
Lucy? I do. What the?
Watch your mouth. That stuff's important.
Oh.
Well, here we are, and not a scrap of golden armor in sight. Let's have a look around.
No one gets through.
Okay.
Well, here we are, and not a scrap of golden armor in sight. Let's have a look. What's that you've got there? Not a golden helm by any chance. A magical incantation. The handwriting is different from Alizinda's journal. That means she can't be responsible for the curse. I knew my ancestor wasn't a sorceress. A murderer? Maybe, but not a sorceress. Of course, this all begs the question. Yes, and more importantly, why? The person who cast the spell clearly had an axe to grind. Maybe it was a court wizard or some jilted witch. My novel's less romance and mystery at this point. Let's use the lantern again. Maybe...
What are you doing here? Why aren't you caring for my boy? Did you find my dear Mappin? Can't I trust you to locate a simple cottage? How is that possible? It had to be Alizinda. When Mappin died, the Duchy's light died with him. That Redguard wench cast us into darkness. If I could just have brought him back, I could have... Yes, Harkay, forgive me. I wept over his body in this very chapel for 3 days without sleep or nourishment. My grief was ocean deep. He was my... I cast the spell over his armor and sword, but it went awry. I wrote everything down. You can find my notes in my private study beneath the eastern wall.
Necromancy? How could she...
You! Oh, I see you well enough, Redguard. You think I don't notice the family resemblance? You stay away from my boy!
Tava's feathers. Bit touchy, isn't she? Let's make our way to this private study. Carefully.
Alright. Oh.
His own mother toying with dark magic in this very room. What a plot twist. You found something. You found Duchess Estella's notes that quickly? Thank Rooped Guy can rely on your eyes. Can barely see a thing in this place. What do they say? Really? Oh, I think I spotted some on the way across the castle grounds. I knew that herbalism workshop would come in handy someday. If we do manage to find the armor, be careful pulling it out of the tangle. Heartsbane's quite deadly. I saw a clump of Heartsbane on the way here. Come on!
Alright.
This way, I think. There! That's Heartsbane, right? You found his helm? We're off to a great start. Unless... Come here a moment. Sorry. I feel like we've assembled most of the history, but I just can't shake the feeling that we're missing something here. Well, Duchess Estella got them into the situation, right? She cast the ugly spell that cursed poor Mathin, and now we're gathering up the items she used to make this mistake in the first place? It can't be that simple. What are we missing? Maybe not. She wasn't a professional necromancer. Maybe she missed something too. Remember what Mathin told us? Certain objects take hold of the soul. If that's the case, isn't it odd that we found him in the cottage instead of the chapel? Only one way to find out. Let's use the lantern again. I'm still carrying the ring. If he falls...
Lady Ysara, I had not expected to see you again. Why do you summon me?
Alright.
Where are we? It's been so long since I walked the grounds of the castle. I scarcely recognize it. Whatever the place, it is good to speak to someone again. And to see the fair image of my lost love. Spell? Some ill-conceived plot to resurrect me, I presume. Mother never could suppress her passion for the occult. Now we both pay the price. But even so, I feel something else now. Some other force that nags at my soul. Something fairer, softer. My ring of Mara? I had not thought to see it again. I see it clearly now, though. At rest near the heart of the fair Lady Ysara. The course is clear, friend. Gather my armor and rid me of the curse. In the meantime, I will bask in Ysara's glow. Lady Ysara, you bear not only Alizinda's ring, but her spirit as well. Had I a heart, it would pound like a drum at the sight of you.
Thank you, Mathin. I'm sorry for what happened to you. My friend and I will fix it, I promise.
Having you beside me is all I need. Come, let me sweep you away. Find my armor and break the curse. Your friend will be safe with me in the meantime.
Oh my! What just happened?
Not a clue.
Mathin, what did you do?
You have nothing to fear, lovely Ysara. I only hope to spend another moment with you. I mean no harm.
I'm flattered. But I'm not Alizinda. I'm barely anyone.
You summon me again? Did you find the armor? Where is your lecherous friend? Just like her ancestor, ensnaring her betters, meddling in family affairs. Huh. Mathin should be thanking me for sparing him the pain. Mathin truly meant to marry Alizinda, a woman with no pedigree, no means, and no great talent. She was a no one. I only meant to split them apart. It was for his own good. Well, typical of low-bred paupers, she overreacted. Mathin died by her hand, not mine. None of it is in the mausoleum, beneath the Great Bridge, guarded by Calvis Vannin, first Duke of Geoves. Retrieve the sword and bring everything you found to Tavia's tower. If all goes as it should, I don't want that woman lingering near my son any more than you do. Find the sword and bring it to the tower. Protect the castle. No one gets through.
My lost Alizinda. I never met anyone so driven by their passions. She loved deeply.
This is so much better than
Her anguished face still haunts me.
Right.
nicely done.
Oh. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Okay, that. Right.
Street urchin golden rule. Never pass up an unattended bag.
Nathan, my darling boy. We can finally end this curse.
And now I part with the Lady Ysara as well? Is there nothing you won't take from me?
Place the regalia, adventurer. It is well past time we left.
Farewell, dear lady. I wish we had more time.
Nathan! Why aren't you? Nathan!
I'm still here?
My poor Matthew.
I am sorry for absconding with dear Lady Ysara. I found myself conflicted, torn between two intentions. One in the cursed armor, and another in the ring of Mara. You sundered Mother's curse, but it seems my soul remains tied to the ring. Trapped, perhaps. The foul burden of necromancy no longer weighs me down, but my connection to the ring is no less intense. It's passionate, fiery. Perhaps part of me still yearns for the warmth of Aetherius. But now, as I behold the beautiful Lady Ysara, I'm given pause. She is so like my beloved Alizinda, with a heart as warm as the sands she walked as a child. I must speak with her. Lady Ysara, light of my afterlife. That ring you carry is the key to my heart. I leave my fate in your hands.
My hands? Nathan, what are you saying?
If you choose to wear the ring, I will remain by your side, an attentive and loving guardian.
Are you serious? Tall Papa, preserve me.
Destroy the ring, and I will pass to Aetherius. The choice, my lady, is yours.
Did I just get a proposal from a ghost? Up until now, the only man who ever wooed me was a stable hand in Bergama. I know I should recoil at this. It's profane, blasphemous, right? But gods, he's cute. And the way he speaks, it's... Ugh! How could he lay something like this at my feet? I can barely decide which boots to wear most days. I don't know. Aside from the whole ghostly murder victim... Yes, I want to write and travel and feel the rush of romance every time I slip on this ring. Mathen and I have so much to offer one another. It will be a little weird, yes. But like I said before, who wants normal romance? Certainly not me. I want you to stay with me, Mathen. I know it's weird, but...
Weird? No, my lady. Unique. Unique and perfect.
Alright, well, I'm gonna end the stream here, but thank you. See you next time. Bye now.